Welcome to Trends on Thursdays, where I'll tell you about the trends I discussed with my clients this week. This week I'll talk about the healthcare industry, cash or cashless, and a class action lawsuit to go with it, what makes great video content, and freelancers for hire. First up, 75% of consumers say that they expect the same experience from their healthcare provider as they do from regular businesses. Healthcare is one of those industries that is ripe for disruption, especially with Amazon and Google very interested in the space. Of course, there are privacy concerns, but ultimately the consumer tends to win. Many industries that felt like they had their customers cornered have changed their tone when a new competitor entered the space and offered even a decent experience. Think how inconvenient and outdated cabs and banks from 10 or 15 years ago seem compared to what's happening today. Of course, you always want to be on the lookout for things, big or small, to make your client experience a little bit better. Can your law office have an app? Can your doctor's office have a newsletter? Your real estate firm a chatbot? The answer is yes, yes, and yes. Next up, it's interesting how two movements can be diametrically opposed and happen at the same time. While many small businesses are complaining about high credit card fees, and there's a $5 to $6 billion class settlement over interchange fees coming, at the same time, cashless stores are now having to be banned in Philadelphia as they leave out the over 15 million Americans that don't have a bank account. On the business side, cash means no fees, but also increased handling time, maybe even enough to make up for the 2 to 3% in credit card fees charged. But if you have no bank account and therefore no card, you're left out in the rain if you're at an umbrella store, for example. I've talked about Amazon cashless stores a few times before, and quick service restaurants are adapting the practice as well. If you're in Philly, now you can buy a Philly cheesesteak with cash again. By the way, if your business accepted Visa or MasterCard at any time between 2004 and now, you want to check out paymentcardsettlement.com. Next up, beauty content on YouTube is big, and according to Google, 95% of all content falls into three category buckets: inspiration, education, or access. Inspiration content, says Google, is largely about storytelling that pulls the viewer in, makes them want to stick around, and gives them a great story with a great ending. Educational content is pretty clear. At the end of the video, I'm leaving with something concrete, a tip, trick, instructions, whatever. Access content, and I found this one interesting, lets viewers access people or places that they wouldn't normally be able to. Behind the scenes video, big events, fireside chats, private events. Now, this content model, of course, applies to much more than just the beauty space. It probably holds true for just about any industry. So if you're looking for great video content for your business, think about what would engage your audience the most. The other tip from YouTube: post regularly and predictably, and remind viewers to share and subscribe. Also remember that there is a difference between YouTube and social networks, for example. One more, another fascinating story. There is a lady in the UK that earned 13 grand a month for writing YouTube jingles on Fiverr. But wait, I'm not suggesting you start offering services on Fiverr, even though that can totally be worth it. More importantly, when was the last time you were able to quickly find a jingle writer when you needed one? I've helped a client leverage a whole distributed team for a big job not too long ago. Experts and extra hands on deck are available for hire all over and can sometimes make the difference between a so-so job and one that makes bank. If you're a professional that's new in the services business, you might be able to pick up some work through those same channels as well. And that's a great way to build a portfolio. That's it for Trends on Thursdays for this week. I hope you will share this with someone who needs a little fresh info in their lives. I hope to see you on Monday for my Monday Thought Starter. I'm Tobias Wilhelm.